Well. Good afternoon, good afternoon. It's evening time in the big city of Miami. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. Thank you again for coming. Yes, today is a wonderful day and we give thanks. Today was a little bit hot, or warm as I would put it, or hot. But you know what? We have come to the end of the day where concerning the sun. The sun is going down, so it's shady time. And so we give thanks. It could have been more hotter today, but we get some breeze, some wind blew through, and as the wind blew through, it kind of cooled down things. So thank you again for coming. Yes, I have a little topic that I want to talk about, and the topic is basically relationship, friendship. You know, met with a young man today and we had a good talk about relationship and about stages of relationship. And as we discuss relationship, you know, we realize that there are many people who are in relationship and they don't understand what is relationship. Especially people who are younger in our generation. They step into relationship that they have no idea how to, as you would say, navigate through the relationship as they begin to go through different scenarios in it. First of all, I think that relationship has to be considered more serious, especially if it's a relationship that you want to last for a long time. And nowadays, as we understand that young people will just jump in one relationship, jump out of it, like, you know, as they say, you jump out of frying pan and you jump in a fire. In the island, we say that means whatever you were in, it was not, it was, nothing was there, put it that way. So you decided that you're going to jump out of it and you jump in something else, and when you find that you jump in another relationship, you realize, oh my God, this one is even worse than the one that I was in before. So you find that there are a lot of discussion about, how one should go about relationship, and sometimes they're not being taught about relationship because relationship is not something that you've been taught by the older ones, and they have made their mistakes and they have gone through a lot of storm, but they never sat down they never sat down a person or a young person and tell them, listen, this is what you must be careful of, and this is what you must be careful of, and that you must be careful of that, and all those things. They never point out some of the things that need to be discussed when it comes to relationship. And special for the young girls, they have been so much hurt by young men, and vice versa. Young men hurt by young women because of the way how they had their relationship. It's been just, topsy-turvy, as they would say. But I would say in relationship, it takes a lot of maturity. You have to be mature, you have to be conscious, you have to be real, you can't be phony in a relationship. You have to know who you are, and you have to know the person that you're going to fall in this relationship um, with, because it's better to wait until you are ready and know what you're going to do before you jump into a relationship that never end up on a good note. So what is my advice to relationship? I've been in relationship before and hurt through relationship, and that's something that it's not a nice thing. That's when I was younger, and as you say, giddy head, don't know my head from my foot. So what I would say is that before you step into a relationship, know what you want out of the relationship. Young lady, before you say, oh, this is my boyfriend or my whatever. Yes, saying you have a boyfriend is one thing. But saying that you have a friend that is, caring, and you point out all these things that you want out of this relationship is another thing. Because you don't just want to have a boyfriend. That's a different thing. When you have a boyfriend, it's like, it's a boy. And majority of the time, boys don't really develop like girls. So that's where one of the problem comes in. So you have to know what you want and what you really desire from a partner. And I would say wait until you reach the age of accountability. Don't, looking for boyfriend in your teens and all those things, because you're not ready yet. You're not ready. There are a lot to learn before you think about a male or female relationship. So I would say the best thing to do is get all your ducks in a row. And when I mean that, get all your ducks in a row, get your education, set up yourself, build your foundation, know what you want, know how you want things to be. That means when the person comes in your life, you have a lot of questions to ask them pertaining to you. What do you want? And tell them what you desire, what is your take on life, and hear from them. What is your take on life? You will say to the boy, or the gentleman, or the man, or whoever, you will say, what is your take? Give me your take on life and what you really want in the sense that, what is it that you're looking for in a partner? And it goes both ways, vice versa. What are you looking for in me? And I'll tell you what I'm looking for in you. Can you add up to that? Can you meet those expectations? And if they can't meet it, then you say, okay, yeah, we can be friends, but not a long-term friend to say we're gonna be here for the next 10 years. No. It could be just somebody that and you said to yourself, you know what? This is a good person. I mean, it's somebody that I respect. This is somebody that I honor in the sense that as a human being. But for me to basically say, we're going to have a long-term relationship, it takes more. You have to sit down and discuss the pro and con. You have to discuss different things in life. What, your take on this, what your take on that. And so you find out that the person might not ready. And if the person is not ready, then it's time to say, okay, let's stop it right here. Especially if you're serious and you want to, build a relationship. Because building a relationship is like building a house where you have to start with the foundation. You have to put in all the necessary things that it needs for everything to pan out good and look good in the future. What you do today will determine your future. So how you build will determine what the altitude going to be, what the strength going to be, and all that. So relationship is something that need to be very, very cautious with, fine-tune. Don't just jump in because everything look good. The young man have bicep, muscles, he have nice features and all. The young woman have, all these curves and whatever you call it, and big boobs and and a lot of bumpers and all them things as they would put it out there. You need to really take more serious take on on this. When it comes to that relationship, relate. It's continuous action. So my advice is that take your time. Don't jump into things that later on you regret. No. Come to that point where you said to yourself, okay, I understand your point, you understand my point, and we will work it out somehow. We'll work with it. We'll work together. Okay?